Dear student, today in this video lecture, I will discuss about physical data rate. So, the first we will introduce about analog and digital data. So, first data can be analog or digital. The term analog means data refer to information that it is continuous, and the term data digital data refer to data that has discrete states, zeros and ones. So some analog and digital are defined in this way with the help of diagram. Suppose x-axis show the signal and y-axis the show the value. So analog signal flow like that on x-axis. Similarly, digital signal x-axis show the time and y-axis show the value. So we find the digital like that 0 1 0 1. Yani positive negative are so 0 and 1. So in the digital signal. Now analog signal divided into two categories. First, analog signal can be periodic and non-periodic. So periodic analog signal can be classified as simple or composite. So simple periodic sine wave contains one frequency like that. And similarly, two signal with two different amplitude possible. Suppose that a signal with high peak value amplitude. Here the show the amplitude of the signal, and signal show with the lower amplitude with respect to and so in the graph A. So two signal with the two different amplitude possible. Now peak amplitude show in the figure A and peak amplitude show in the figure B. So amplitude of figure B is smaller with respect to figure A. Next, two signal with same phase and amplitude but different frequencies are possible like that. Suppose 12 periods in 1 second, frequency is 12 hertz and amplitude 1 second like that, period equal to 1 upon 12 second, a signal with frequency of 12 hertz, right? Now 6 period in 1 second, frequency is 6 hertz like that, amplitude of signals is same phase but frequency are different. So shown in the figure A and B. In figure A, the frequency equal to 12 hertz, and in figure B, the frequency shows in the 6 hertz, right? So some in a table, some unit of period and frequency defined as follows. Suppose period unit is equal to second, equivalent of 1 second. Then frequency unit, hertz, represented by capital SZ and equivalent of 1 hertz. Similarly, period millisecond ms 10 minus 3 as equivalent and kilohertz 10 to the power 3 hertz. Then according to the frequency 10 to the power 3 hertz. If period is microsecond 10 to the power 6 second. So frequency like that megahertz and represent equivalent of 10 to the power 6 hertz. If nanosecond equivalent of 10 to the power minus 9 second. So frequency measured in form of gigahertz represent 10 to the power 9 hertz. Picosecond 10 to the power 12 second. So frequency so terahertz THz and equivalence of 10 to the power 12 hertz like that. So the table according to units of period with respect to frequency. For example, the power we use to home has a frequency of 60 hertz. So 50 hertz in a row. So period of this sine wave can be determined as follows. So period is defined t equal to 1 upon frequency. 60 hertz is frequency. So we can put the value of 61 upon 60 equal to and calculate the period 16.6 milliseconds. Similarly, the period of signal 100 millisecond. What is its frequency in the kilohertz? So first we change 100 millisecond to second, and then we calculate the frequency from the period. So 1 hertz is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 kilohertz, and 10 millisecond equal to 110 into 10 to the power minus 3 second equal to 10 to the power minus 1 second. So frequency equal to 1 upon t, 1 upon 10 to the power minus 1 hertz. So 10 hertz equal to 10 into 10 to the power 3 kilohertz. So 10 minus 2 kilohertz frequency. The period of signal is 100 milliseconds. So next term is define phase. The term phase or phase shift describe the position of the waveform relative to time zero. If we think of the wave as something that can be shifted backward or forward along the time axis. So phase describe the amount of that shift. It indicates the status of the first cycle. The three sine wave with different phase shown here in the figure. The wave signal of 0 degree because the signal is started from the zero. Now next wave signal is 90 degree. Phase signal is 90 degree because the started the signal from this perpendicular point here. And this phase signal started from minus negative phase of 0, then is the phase degree equal to 180 degree. So three sine wave with different phases. A sine wave of offset 156 cycle with respect to time 0, what is its phase in degree and radians? So we calculate, we know that one complete cycle is equal to 360 degree. Therefore, 1 by 6 cycle like that, 1 upon 6 cycle multiply by 360 degree, then we calculate the value 60 degree, and 60 degree calculated in radius. So multiply 2 pi by 360 radius, pi by 3 radius, and calculate the value, put the value of pi equal to 1.44, the value is 1.047. Now explain the term of wavelength. Wavelength is another characteristic of signal traveling through transmission medium. Wavelength binds the period or the frequency of simple sine wave to the propagation speed of the medium. So shown in the figure. Suppose transmission medium at a time t like that, and transmission medium at a time t plus t like that. So difference between the phase like that, this started from t and of the transmission medium at time t, and the transmission time at t plus 2 equal to this. The difference of this is known as wavelength. So direction of propagation like that. The range of frequency contained in the composite signal is its bandwidth. The bandwidth normally is difference between two numbers. For example, if composite signal contain frequencies like that between 1000 to 5000, so its bandwidth is 5000 minus 1000 equal to 4000. The bandwidth of periodic and non-periodic composite signal like that. Suppose amplitude is equal to 1000 and the ending frequency equal to 5000. So bandwidth of this periodic non-periodic composite signal like that, 5000 minus 1000 equal to 4000 hertz. Presented like that. In periodic signal, for example, in a periodic signal is decomposed into 5 sine wave with frequency of 100, 300, 500, 700, and 900 hertz. What is its bandwidth? Question. and draw the spectrum assuming all components have a maximum amplitude of 10 volt. So the solution of this example like that. Let find frequency of S in the highest frequency, F1 the lowest frequency, and beat bandwidth like that, B formula like that, highest frequency minus lowest frequency, highest frequency of the wave sine wave signal equal to 9 hertz, 900 hertz, and lowest frequency signal is wave frequency is 100 hertz. So 900 minus 100 equal to 800 hertz is the 800 hertz equal to bandwidth of the given signal, sine waves. For example, 100 is starting frequency and 900 is the maximum frequency, and maintain the 10 volt, then bandwidth equal to 800, right? Now, a periodic signal has a bandwidth of 20 hertz in this example, and the highest frequency is 60 hertz. What is the lowest frequency? Draw the spectrum if the signal contain all frequency of the same amplitude. So a periodic signal has a bandwidth of 20 hertz. The highest frequency is 60 hertz. And what is the lowest frequency? So solution at frequency of higher is highest frequency and F1 is the lowest frequency. We explained in the previous example, and bandwidth B like that, B equal to Fs minus Fn. So 20 hertz equal to 60 minus F1 according to formula. Then we calculate Fn value of F1, and F1 started from 40 hertz. So it started 40, 41, 42, dash, 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 frequency of 60. Another example of a non-periodic composite signal has bandwidth 200 kilohertz with the middle frequency of 140 kilohertz and peak amplitude of 20 volt. The two extreme frequencies have an amplitude of 0. Draw the frequency domain of the signal. So solution like that, lowest frequency must be at 40 kilohertz and highest at 240 kilohertz. So figure according to this question, started lowest frequency equal to 4 kilohertz and middle equal to 140 and largest frequency equal to 240. So difference 240 minus 40 equal to 200 bandwidth. Next, two digital signal, one with two signal level and other with four signal level. So signal level represented like that. Suppose two level signal 8 bits sent in 1 second, the bit rate 8 bit per second. So in digital signal with two level like that, high point in 1 and 0, low point in 0. 1, 1, high point, 0 point. So the digital signal with two level. And amplitude 16 bits sent in 1 second, bit rate is 60 bit per second. So the digital signal with four levels, 2 to the power 4 equal to 16 bit per second. So it is represented like that: level 1, level 3, level 2, and level 1. So 2 to the power for 16 bit transmitted in form like that this. Okay. Next, a digital signal has 8 labels. How many bits are needed per label? We calculate the number of bits from the following formula. Each signal level is represented by 3 bits. Like number of bits per label equal to log base to 8. So we calculate the value of label equal to 3. If 8 label are required, the number of bits per label are required, log base to 8. Base value 2, we calculate value log base 2 to the power 3. The value of log 2 equal to 1. The value number of bits are this signal label equal to 3. We calculate the number of bits by using the formula. Each signal level is represented by bits. However, this answer is not realistic. The number of bits sent per label need to be an integer as well as power of 2. For the example, 4 bit can represent one label. So most digital signal are non-periodic and thus period and frequency are not appropriate characteristics. Another term, bit rate. Instead of frequency, we use the bit rate. Bit transmit per second is known as bit rate. Is used for describe digital signal. Bit rate is used for term used for the digital signal. The bit rate is the number of bits sent in a 1 second expressed in the bit per second. Like the bit rate is used for the digital signal. Assume we need to download text document at the rate of 100 pages per second. What is the required bit rate for the channel? This is the question. So solution of this question, a page in an average 24 line with 80 characters in each line. If we assume that one character require 8 bits, the bit rate equal like that 100 multiplied by 24 into 80 into 8 like that 1.536 megabit per second. Next example, a digitalized voice channel is made by the digitalizing by 4 kilohertz bandwidth analog voice signal. We need to sample the signal at twice highest frequency, 2 sample per hertz. We assume that each symbol require 8 bits. So what is the required bit rate? The solution of this equation, 2 sample per cycle and 8 bit per sample is given. 400 cycles per second is given. So total required bit rate 2 multiplied by 8, 2 multiplied by 4000 cycle into 8. So total for 64 kilobit per second. Okay. So this is the example of bit rate. Next we solve the bit length. The bit length is the distance one bit occupies on the transmission medium. So bit length formula, bit length like that, propagation speed and bit duration. Suppose a signal travel through a transmission medium and its power is reduced to 1/2. This means that P2 equal to 0.5 P1. In this case, the attenuation loss of power can be calculated as 10 log base 10 P2 upon P1. According to formula 10 log base 10 0.5 P1 upon P1, 10 log base 10 equal to minus 3 dB. So a loss of 3 dB equivalent to losing 1/2 power. So next, so the distortion is different type of distortion with that signal changing its form or shape. Distortion can be occur in a composite signal made in different frequencies. The signal and component has its own propagation speed. So through medium and therefore its own delay in arriving the final destination. So differences in delay might create differences in phase if the delay is not exactly the same the period duration. For example, the power of signal is 10 microwatt and power of the noise is 1 microwatt. What are the value of SNR, signal to noisy ratio, and signal to noisy ratio in term of dB? So we can solve the value. The value of SNR and SNR dB can be calculated as follows. SNR equal to 10,000 microwatt upon 1 microwatt and calculated the value. In form of SNR dB, 10 log base 10, 10,000 equal to 40. Simply the SNR dB for noisy channel are like that. The solution SNR equal to signal power by 0 undefined. SNR dB also undefined. We can never achieve the ratio in real life. It is an idea. Data rate limits like that. A very important consideration in data communication is how fast we can send data in bit per second over a channel. So the two theoretical formula we have developed to calculate the data rate, one by Nyquist for noisyless channel and another for Shannon for noisy channel. So according to noisyless channel, our Nyquist theorem, we calculate the bit rate 2 into bandwidth into multiply by log 2 and multiply by level. So consider the same noisyless channel transmitting a signal with 4 signal level. For each level we send 2 bits. The maximum bit rate can be calculated like that. Bit rate into 2, 300 bandwidth log base 2 4 equal to 12,000 bit per second. Similarly, we need to send 265 kilobit per hour noisyless channel with a bandwidth 20 kilohertz. How many signal level do we need? Then we calculate the value. According to Nyquist formula, the bandwidth equal to given data rate is equal to given 265,000 bit per second and 2 log b, 2 b log l. So 2 multiplied by bandwidth 20,000 and log base 2 level, and then we calculate the value of l to the power 6.625 equal to 98.7 level are required. Similarly, we can solve the data rate of noisy channel with using the Shannon capacity. So Shannon capacity in 1944, Claude Shannon introduced a formula called the Shannon capacity to determine the theoretical highest data rate for the noisy channel. And formula like that, capacity equal to bandwidth multiplied by log base to 1 plus SNR. Suppose consider an extremely noisy channel in which the value of the signal to noisy ratio is almost zero. In other words, the noisy is so strong that the signal is faint. For this channel, the capacity C calculated like that formula of the Shannon theorem, C equal to B log base 2 1 plus SNR, and value of B log base 2 plus 1 plus 0, log base 2 1 equal to 0, so capacity equal to 0. So this means that the capacity of the channel is zero regardless of the bandwidth. In other words, we cannot receive any data through this channel. And next example, we calculated using the Shannon theorem, CB log base to 1 plus SNR. Bandwidth is given 330 Hertz, 30,000 log base to 30,000. Bandwidth of given 30,000 Hertz. So 3,000 log base to 1 plus 3162 signal to noisy ratio, and calculate the value of it. So this is the different type of example of. So using both limits practice, we need to both method to find the limit of signal level. Let the show different of example. Okay. Now throughput term also defined. The throughput is the measure of how fast we can actually send data through the network. Although at first glance, bandwidth in bits per second and throughput seems the same, they are different. A link maybe have a bandwidth of b bit per second, but we can only send t bit per second through the link with t always less than v. So latency of the delay, we find how long it takes for an entire message to completely arrive at the destination from the time the first bit is sent out from the source. We can say that latency is made of 4 components: propagation time, transmission time, queuing time, and processing delay. So calculating latency by using this formula, sum of the propagation time, transmission time, queuing time, and processing time. With the help of this formula, we calculate the throughput equal to number of frame and bandwidth divided by time, and we calculate the value of throughput. So today in this lecture, we explain different type of signal, digital signal, analog signal, their wavelengths, their phases, their different type of sine wave, and differentiation of amplitude, how calculate the data rate using the Shannon theorem and Nyquist theorem, how calculate the value of signal to noisy ratio, and how calculate the value of throughput. Now in the next lecture, we discuss about error correction and error detection. Thank you.